text for this morning is Genesis 6, verses 1 to 7. Very few verses with an enormous message. Genesis chapter 6, verses 1 to 7. Remember last week we had finished chapter 5, the godly line, and now we'll find out what happens to the godly line. Genesis chapter 6, verses 1 to 7. So when men began to be multiplied upon the earth, and there were daughters born unto them, then the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all that they liked. Therefore the Lord said, My spirit shall not always strive with man, because he is but flesh, and his days shall be 120 years. There were giants in the earth in those days, yea, and after that the sons of God came unto the daughters of men, and they had borne them children. These were mighty men, which in old time were men of renown. When the Lord saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and all the imaginations of the thoughts of his heart were only evil continually, then it repented the Lord that he had made man in the earth, and he was sorry in his heart. Therefore the Lord said, I will destroy from the earth the man whom I have created, from man to beast to the creeping thing, and to the fowl of the heaven, for I repent that I have made them. The title of our message this morning, Genesis chapter 6, verses 1 to 7, the type of nation, or the type of world, in this case, that God will destroy. Our introduction. The first 2 millennium of the earth consisted of God beginning godly lines only to have them destroyed by men. God made a godly line out of Abel, and he was murdered. God made another godly line out of Seth, and continued to create a godly line for the first 10 generations of men. After 10 generations, the number of God's elect had dwindled down to only 8 persons. God then determined that he would destroy all mankind with the exception of the church. The church was made up of 8 people. Here in our verses this morning, God gives the causes for why he decided to flood the earth and destroy mankind. There are 4 points to our message this morning. Verses 1 to 3, the first cause, we could say, of why God decided to destroy the earth, unlawful marriage destroys families. Verse 4, second cause, unlawful families destroy nations. Verses 5 and 6, third cause, increased wickedness tries God's patience.